I think I found the best tool to generate AI images, and it also has a Photoshop plugin. You don't need these websites anymore that generate your AI images because this works way better and everything is stored locally on your computer. Trust me, watch this video until the end, you're not gonna regret it. I'm gonna show you exactly how it works, so let's get into it. First, I'm gonna show you the standalone software and then we're gonna go into the Photoshop plugin. So let's go into the software, and as you can see, I already opened up my photo. Actually, I selected a folder where my photo was, and here you can see a photo of me and 3 beautiful girls, and this was generated with AI. And I want to change something in this image. Now at the top we can write a prompt, and we also have different tabs. And this is great because we can write different prompts in different tabs, and then we can, for instance, compare different AI models, different prompts, different reference images, etc. So this is really useful. We're gonna start with one here, and what I would like to do here is I would like to remove this girl from the image. I want to change the clothing of this girl, I want to change the clothing of me, and I want to change the clothing of the last girl. And that's all we're gonna do in one prompt. So on the right side, we have the menu where we can select an AI model. You can see we have a lot of AI models here, and I'm gonna select Nano Banana Pro 4K. Then we have a button create and edit. Create means you're gonna create a whole new image out of this, and edit, it's gonna edit your original image. Then we have selection. With selection, you can make a selection. Let's say you only wanna edit this side of the image, only her, then you could make a selection and it's only gonna apply that prompt to that selection. Then we have true size editing. This means that it's gonna edit the image and it's gonna keep the original size as the original photo. Then we have send to Photoshop and add from Photoshop. Send to Photoshop means it's gonna directly send this image into Photoshop, and add from Photoshop, it's gonna import an image out of Photoshop with all the layers and everything. Then we have the prompt library. I'm gonna go into this one a little bit later. And here is what we need to do. We need to use one of these tools. Now, the text tool is useful if you want to add text to your image. Let's say I want to add text to her, and I say this is person A, and I'm gonna move it like there, so it's really visible where this is. And then we're gonna do another one. Let's say I am person B, and I'm gonna move this here, and we're gonna write person C here. And this is great for AI. Now it knows exactly what I want to edit to person A, person B, and person C. And let's say this is a person we don't need, then we could write remove this person, and it's gonna remove her from my first prompt. Now, let's keep it like this. We also have a marker here. We could, for instance, draw a red cross on her and then write in a prompt, remove the girl with the red cross. That's also convenient in use. You can also use the eraser here to remove some text, but let's keep it as this because now we're gonna write a prompt. Now for the prompt, I actually want to use reference images. I want to change the clothing, but I want to upload my own clothing that I have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to reference 1 and I'm gonna add clothing. And I have like these 2 shirts and this jacket. I'm gonna upload this one first. Then I'm gonna do the second shirt. This one, they look the same, but there is a little bit of a difference in the color. The bottom one is a bit darker. And the last one, I'm gonna add let's add this jacket. So reference 3, this is the jacket. This is what I want to add to myself. And the other shirts, I wanna give one girl a shirt and this one also. And this girl, we need to remove her from the image. So let's now go to the prompt, and I'm gonna write, put the shirt from at ref 1, so this is the first one, to person A, this one. And put the jacket from at ref 3, so this one, to person B. And put the shirt from at ref 2, this one, to person C. Let's also make sure it's not gonna change the pose or anything in this image. So I'm also gonna add, don't change any pose from the persons, only change the clothing. That's it. Now I'm gonna go to edit, and it's gonna edit my image exactly as I said in the description here. And remember, we also added remove this person the AI should also remove this person from this image. While this is being generated, let me tell you how cool this is, because every image that you generate is stored locally on your own computer. So you don't have to re-upload your images to the browser, to the AI tool that you use in the browser. You can do everything in Photoshop or in this standalone software, and everything is going to be on your computer, and that's really cool. I really like that. And look at that, it's exactly as I said in the prompt and with the reference images. The first girl is removed as we wrote with the text tool. The second girl got this shirt here, and the last girl got this darker shirt, and I got this jacket exactly as I wanted to. What's really cool about AI Lab is that it also has a prompt assistant. So if you don't know how to write prompts correctly, it's going to help you. So if I go here in AI Lab, you can see the AI icon here. When I click on that, it's going to help you write better prompts. Now, writing prompts takes a lot of time. You have to do research which prompt works, which not. But the good thing about AI Lab is that it can also save your prompts. So if I go into AI Lab and I click on this plus icon, let's say I want to make a library called remove. And this is where I remove stuff from images. Then I'm going to write a prompt name. So let's say remove crossed person. This means that if I make a cross on an image, I want to remove that person. And I'm going to write a prompt. So the prompt basically says remove only the person marked with the red cross from the image. And the other stuff is don't change the image or anything like that. Just keep it as it is, only remove a person. Now I'm gonna click OK, and it's gonna be in my prompt library. And here, once I select the prompt from my prompt library, let's say remove crossed persons, and I will make a red cross like that on her, and I will edit this image, it's gonna remove her from the image. So you can make like a whole library of different prompts and later use them to different images, so you save a lot of time. And there it is. There is also some photo editing stuff here, like doing some contrast, doing some chroma and luminance. And there is one more thing, and I think this is really a game changer, and that is to make different tabs. So when I look at this image, you can see I have A tab, I can create B tab, I can create C tab, and so on. And all these tabs, I can use different prompts or different AI models, and then it's gonna generate everything at once, and then you can compare all these different images. If you like to use this tool inside Photoshop, that's also possible. There is a Photoshop plugin. Let me go into Photoshop, and I already installed this plugin. Then I'm gonna go to plugins, AI Lab, and here I have the plugin AI Lab, and I can basically do the same in Photoshop, writing my prompts here, selecting an AI model from the AI models. We also have reference images, and we can basically do pretty much the same inside Photoshop. So if you are really used to Photoshop, you can do that. I'm gonna put the link to AI Lab in the description of the video so you can check it out yourself. I'm gonna use it too. I think it's really an amazing tool, and it loads super fast. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.